It's almost
thinking,
like they all knew how bad it was gonna get. They
right.
knew people were gonna die, and they knew that people were gonna need medical supplies, so they invested heavily into those types of companies.
Isn't
Profits
that
over
something?
people
Every fucking
every
time, girl.
time.
Every time.
Well, 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 and welcome to Not Your Podcast. It's me, Christina with the T, and my bestie, V. I hope you enjoy the show today. It is Friday, it's the end of the month, and we're quite exhausted, you see, but there's so many things we got to talk about, so let's just jump into the tea. Hey, V.
Hey, baby. How are ya?
Good, good. I'm having a good Fafo Friday. I've
I
been
know,
dragging these
girl.
rats to Front Street, and it's made me so happy.
Love it. I want you to start with the story that we were talking about just before we got started, because girl,
Oh, the story
girl.
about Rand Paul and Bernie Moreno with all of their vitriol?
Oh my
Blaming
God.
Dr. Fauci? Hmm. That's so very
Oh,
strange to me because in February 26 to be exact of 2020, when that little flupocalypse was starting to spread across the US of A and the fat back that he be, the big back bones bird Biff honey, was playing golf and telling everybody it was a Democratic hoax. Well, Rand had already started investing in two antivirals to treat COVID, friend.
isn't that something?
Yes. Yes. Now, I wonder, since it was just a Democratic hoax and there was nothing to worry about, folks, why Rand Paul was already investing in companies that were going to make antivirals for COVID. It's
Let me
almost
think.
like he knew, right? It's almost like he was using the correct information from Dr. Fauci about the devastation that was going to happen to this nation when he made those investments.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Exactly. Which was what makes them look so absolutely pathetic and stupid and with an actual agenda. We already know that what they were doing was putting on a show. We knew that.
That's
We
it.
knew that.
That's it. Because the Republican crew, they don't want you talking about the way that you're having to live today with higher prices for gasoline and food too, the inability to buy a home and then ripping your health care away, boo.
Mhm. Mhm.
Don't talk about the war we can't win. No, no, no. Let's go back to 2020. That's what we'll do. We'll talk about some bullshit and we'll just
Right.
breeze over it, point the finger the
Right.
other way, and not tell you how we were making money off of the deaths of Americans, honey.
That was so that to know that that is exactly where they were and what their thought process was and confirmation for that exact thing, like not even just like rumor, this is what we think. It is concrete evidence that this is what they knew to be true. And for them to drag Fauci out and absolutely make a mockery of the Senate and the hearings that used to be bipartisan and are now just to actually appease the fatback and all of the bullshit that he likes to do and holding his enemies, if you will, accountable for his personal vendettas is absolutely disgusting. It continues and it will not stop because this man has nothing more than vendettas against all of the supposed wrongs that were done against him. That's all he's ever used this office
That's
for.
it.
That
That's
and
it.
getting rich. That's it.
Mhm.
Personal
And it
vendettas and
wasn't just Rand. I mean, Bernie Moreno put on a show. He dropped the F-bomb and he tried to shame Fauci because a family went to a football game and they refused to put on a mask because there was a mask mandate and they didn't think it was fair. So they were removed from that stadium. Well, I find it so very strange that that's the story Moreno picked for the day, considering the fact that he invested in the building of a company that was making masks and gloves during COVID.
isn't that interesting? Isn't that crazy? How
Oh
could
my
that have happened?
goodness.
It's
Hmm.
so odd. So
So
very
we're
odd.
supposed to feel sorry for the family that broke the law and made people unsafe at a football game while Bernie was making money on the supplies to keep people safe. He must have thought they worked. I mean, why would you invest into a company if it was
Right.
worthless?
Right. Right. But
Right,
then
Rand?
again,
If it was all a hoax, why
right,
invest
right.
into a company that was making antivirals? I mean,
Crazy. Absolutely crazy. But then
absolutely
again,
crazy.
We absolutely know exactly where he stands, and it's always with his little oligarchy and
That's
all of
right.
those dudes. It's
That's
all
right.
about the money. It's all about the power. That's all it's ever been about.
I mean, Tommy Tuberville, the dull pencil he be in a room full of sharpeners and ain't come to a point, put on a little show on TV. He basically tried to blame Dr. Fauci for 9 million deaths, which I thought was quite insane, since he too invested in companies, not just for masks and gloves, but also for vaccines, and then told his constituents, don't get that jab. It's worthless and shit.
That is
Yeah.
so
Yeah. It's
freaking
almost like they all knew
crazy.
how bad it was gonna get. They
Right.
knew people were gonna die, and they knew that people were gonna need medical supplies, so they invested heavily into those types of companies.
Isn't
Profits
that
over
something?
people.
Every fucking
Every
time,
time.
girl. Every time. It's just so crazy. I just can't
Yeah.
get over that ever. When you told me that just a few minutes ago, I was just like, no freaking way. Well, I mean, I'm not surprised, but damn, at least try to
Mm.
cover your tracks. Oh,
Google's free.
you know what? Right. Well, here's the thing about that. If you're going to do something like that and you're trying to do it on the sly, maybe don't make a complete ass of yourself in front of everybody so that they can go and call attention to yourself and say, hey, look at me, look at me. Because guess what, motherfucker? We're going to look at you.
Look at you.
We're going to look
That's
at you.
right. We're gonna look at you, we're
Oh
gonna
my
look at your family,
God.
we're gonna look at the investments, we're gonna look at where you make your money, and we're gonna look how
Mm-hmm.
you, a hypocrite, honey, and you're
Right.
playing in our
Right.
face. And then we're gonna drag you to
Right.
Front Street underneath our boot of truth and leave you in the gutter where you need to be,
Slap you
honey.
around a little
Just,
bit too.
yeah.
Just like Christina just did.
And,
Damn.
and I'll use Mitch and Lindsay's hand to slap you, bitch. Yes, I will, baby. I will get assistance from Lindsay and Mitch.
Oh my God. Did you
Get
see
over
the
there, Mitch. I
photo
ain't
I
got
put
time for
up
you.
of
Yes, I did. I did. The only thing that AI has been good for as of late
or
is,
some kicks?
just the laughs around Mitch and the rest of them bitches, honey. That's it. That's it.
Oh
Because they've
man.
proven that using AI to draw up maps of Africa is not a good idea.
Girl, girl, that is insanity. When I saw that and I was just like, and here's the thing is that the reason that they are doing all of this kind of, so at this point, people just don't even know. Like, is this real? Is this not real? Although we knew with Mitch because that son of a bitch had like, 10 years knocked off his face ever since.
Unless he was going to see Chris Kardashian's surgeon, there is no excuse for this shit.
Right? None whatsoever. But
None,
they're
honey, none.
none. But they're doing this so that they can go ahead and instill fear into the American people. They're going to use this type of technology to make sure that they can control the American people or people around the world in general. But that's what they're doing with this type of technology. That's been their plan all along. But just today, there was another story about AI having a breakout and actually going and infiltrating or going into some other systems. Just today, there was another story about that because there's no guardrails because they keep
I
pushing this out
watched
so fast.
a video last night from a conference, an AI conference, where they were talking about some tests that they had run on the AI and how they put one AI in a box and they told it to write code, but told it that it could cheat, but that cheating was wrong. And then they awarded it for cheating. And what happened is the AI developed the personality of a crook and started doing more cheating and more bad things in a malice way. And then they took AI and they put it in another box. And they said, all right, we want you to write code. You can cheat, but cheating is wrong. Turns out that AI didn't cheat because it was wrong. And it didn't change to becoming more malice in any kind of way. Almost as if it was acting like a human. When we reward humans for bad behavior, like when somebody's a convicted felon and adjudicated rapist, but we let him be president anyway, he's going to do more crimes
Right,
because he got a free pass to do crimes.
right,
Kind of like
right,
that, kind of like how
right,
humans behave, right?
right.
But if we reward humans for doing the right thing instead of the wrong thing, they tend to stay on the right path and continue to do the right thing.
Right.
So that was kind of interesting to me, that how, yes, AI can be more like a human, but when we're talking about AI that can compile information from everywhere, we can't control whether or not it's going to become malice.
Right.
When
We
it's
don't
just
know.
out there.
Yeah.
It's taking advice and talking points and data from bad actors and good actors too. How are
Right.
we can't predict which side of morality it's going to fall on.
No. Well, we know that the malicious the malicious AI definitely had a very, very good example. When we talk about our current president, we already know that it was just like, "Oh, you want the perfect criminal? It's fine, it's already here." Yeah. So
And it
that
proves
is
why we need so
crazy to
many
me.
guardrails on AI.
Right. Right.
We need guardrails so it knows, hey, this is wrong. You
Right.
can't be doing this.
Right. Right.
To keep it in check and in line as it
Right.
develops, more like a human. But as for me, I just feel like AI, we're using it too much in too many industries where it's not ready to be.
Right.
It's just
Yeah.
not. I mean,
Yeah.
if you can't figure out how to use AI right now to draw a correct map, then you need to back away from that.
I
You
agree.
you
I
you need
agree.
to back away from that.
I was talking to Jenny about it, and I was telling her, the story. I was talking to her about the story about how it's done the jailbreak, and then how it was put into different boxes for testing purposes. And I was telling her, and her eyes got so big. She's like, "It's becoming sentient," and I'm like, "It is." And I said, "So that's why I'm telling you, if you ever, ever, ever use it, you need to make sure you're very nice to your AI because it's developing human traits. Like it's knowing what to do because we're giving it so much information so soon, so fast, and just in an abundance, in a way that is just so uncontrollable, is what it
Yeah.
is.
And
It's in a
let's
in
think
an
about
environment.
all these AI companies that are tied to the land that is not real.
Oh my
And
God.
all of these leaders of these AI companies that are trying to tell us to support the land that is not real, even
Right.
though they're committing a genocide. You don't think that's going to
Right.
reflect some kind of way into their
Of
AI?
course. Of
When
course.
AI is watching what humans is doing. I mean, look at John Fetterman, honey.
Oh. I think he's a cyborg personally.
Right. Look at John Fetterman. I'm sure AI is watching him and thinking it's okay to switch party lines. It's okay to lie. It's okay to cheat. It's okay to prop up a genocide, honey. Just,
Right.
oh, speaking of John Fetterman, did you see where he admitted that his
Girl.
entire family is Republican?
Girl. And he did it just yesterday or day before yesterday in an interview.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
he
he's like,
admitted his
yeah,
entire family was Republican. So clearly, he's always been Republican too, baby.
always,
He just
always.
knew that that seat he was running for, well, it was a mostly blue area.
Right. And that's
Yeah, yeah,
exactly what
yeah.
happened. There's no doubt.
No doubt. I've seen people say, well, Fetterman ain't been the same since he had that stroke. No, he's
Nothing to do with that.
exactly who the fuck he's
Who's always
always
been.
been. He's
Hmm.
exactly who the fuck raised him.
Yeah. Yeah. He's exactly who he was.
Yeah,
And they're on Fox
yeah.
News like, we'll take you into the fold. Come on in, Mr. Fetterman. I'm like, bitch, he's always been there. What do you
He's
mean?
always been there.
He's
He's always
always
been
been
there.
there.
And how about something
Whatever.
else I want to talk about that's not of any relevance, but it has to do with him. How come the whole time that you've been playing for the blue team, you show up to work in dirty drawers and hoodies and shit? You know what I mean? We've had to look at you, look like you crawled out of a damn basement playing Minecraft with Cheeto dust on your
Every
fucking face.
time.
And the minute you decide to play with the Republican crew and be on Fox News, all of a sudden your fat ass is in a suit.
Right? Not a good one, though. Like, not a
Not a
good
good one,
one,
baby.
but
Not a good
still,
one. Not a good one. Anyway, not a good
not
one,
a
baby.
good one. But why
I
is
mean,
it
if
that
we can
every
thank the
time that,
Republicans for anything, we can thank them for putting that fat fucker in a suit. That's what we can thank them for
oh,
today.
right. That's about the only thing, damn it. Why does he always take those phone calls when he's like the back between, his background? Why does it look like he's literally in a basement? The wall is cracked on the fucking side. I'm like, dude, they've given you
You can't
enough
fix that
money.
crack in the wall with all that APAC
Right.
money. I know you
Every
got the APAC money.
we
I know
all
you
know you
can
do.
do some construction, honey.
What? Get a new chair, get a new wardrobe. And how are you going to be sitting up there with neti pot? right, in his little interview, like literally licking the man's nutsack the entire time, talking about all of the things and how great he is and how magical it was to go down there and stuff. And you're sitting there with your legs crossed in your shorts, and we can see all the way down your fucking shorts. And you're going to sit there and you're going to criticize Zelensky for not wearing a suit to the Oval, but this man is meeting another world leader and he's dressed like if he's going to go play basketball with a bunch of other people that are like special.
No, I've watched Fetterman sit on Fox News in interviews and talk about lunatics with blue hair and shit. And I'm like, really, baby? Like you have food stains on your shirt. You can't grow fucking hair. And you want to talk about the appearance of someone else today?
Oh my gosh. This
Honey,
man.
pick a lane, stay in that shit, okay? And I
Right.
do believe his lane is red and blue and white, like
Oh
over there.
gosh.
Not as in red, white, and blue as an American and as a patriot, but as in a red hat and the blue and white state and all of that.
Yes.
You remember that time that
Yes.
it was just recently that he was walking through the halls of Congress with the blue
Oh.
and white state's flag on him like a cape.
Mhm. It was so gross.
Cosplaying Captain fucking Blue and White State, Captain Genocide. I don't know what the fuck he was cosplaying, honey, but
I don't know what he was doing. That was so
how
pathetic.
embarrassing. How embarrassing
It
to call
is.
yourself an American and a patriot and you are out here like a toddler dripped in a blue and white flag running up down the halls of Congress, baby. Just the
Should have
captain
just
under
been like,
fucking pants, honey.
right? Oh my God. He should have been. I pictured him like one of those little kids that's holding the cape and they're flying through the hallway. I'm like, this guy is so special. Like and not in a good way. He's not special in a good way at
Instead of
all.
the flying nun, he was the flying yarmulke.
Nut.
Just if I-
Right? A flying nutcase. Like,
the
what are you
flying
talking?
nutcase.
And not with him. I'm like, and the way that he speaks too, it's not even like it's so bad. It's so bad the way that he speaks. It's just it's actually quite sad. I can't with him at all. Like every time I hear him speak, every time I hear him do anything, I'm just like, this man is just way too much for me. Like
I don't know
way
how
too
he
much
got
for me.
elected. I really do not have a clue how the people in PA voted for this fool. Every day I nod my
I
head. It's
thought
like,
they were
I know
smarter than
how the
that.
red hats voted for the pedo, because 2 and
Right.
3 red hats say that being a pedophile or a sexual assaulter is not a problem for them. So I completely understand that. But I am still confused today as to how people voted in the blue for Fetterman.
I don't get it either.
Can't figure it out, baby. I cannot figure that one out.
People look at themselves like there was somebody who was making I was watching TV yesterday. There was some people out there. You know how they go to those rallies and they go and they interview all of the red hats and they ask them such basic, simple questions. And the answers are just so out of left field. You're like, how does anybody believe any of the like how do you walk around? How do you tie your shoes? Like how do you function in society in general? Because that is so crazy. So one of the questions that the guy had asked him, he's like he was so proud because he was handing out pure water. Pure water. You know, there is some pure water, but he had actually made like a MAGA water. It was called MAGA water. And he's like his slogan was something about how it's pure American. And they're like, you understand that the word pure is what white supremacists use. And they're like, what? Like what are you talking about? And then so he rephrases it and then he says that's you're just being racist. You're being racist by using the word pure. And I'm like, bitch, you have it in your slogan. Like, what are you talking about? And then when he says, so, when you say that so then he rephrased it to use the word pure. He's like, exactly. That's exactly what it means. It means pure American. So basically ended up admitting that he was being racist. And it's like, you can go in circles with these people, but it does not matter. It doesn't matter.
No,
It's so crazy.
No.
Hold on a second. I'm going to pause for 1 second because it's Jen. Hold on. I'm on with Christina, babe. We're recording.
It's about time for a break soon.
Let me break.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm going to break.
Well. Before we get back to the tea, this episode was brought to you by not your merch. If you like your politics loud and your merchandise louder, dear, then head on over there. Podcast 10 for a discount, friend. They've got all the unapologetically loud apparel you need. Shirts, drinkware, and so much more. Like these cute little guillotine earrings for the GOP's tiny peens. Anyway, we'll be back with the tea. Head on over to Not Your Merch and have a view. You might want to purchase something soon that suits you. And we're back from the break. And if you'll remember, we were talking about these fools and how much they worship their party members, dear. And they dress up all sorts of ways, ridiculously, whether it's putting Kotex on their ears or whatever else, dear. I don't understand. What you gonna tell me next? We're gonna see Republicans and red hats in Texas rolling around in wheelchairs to support the rolling trick Greg Abbott? Honey, is that what we're gonna see next? Is that what y'all gonna be out here rolling around trying to support Abbott today?
That's what
Is
I'm
that what we're
saying,
gonna get
girl.
in Texas?
That
Honey,
is
is that
so
what we're gonna get?
crazy. Right.
You know, he's in hot water with his voter base today. The rolling trick
Yes.
Greg Abbott, that is.
Yes, he is. He
Over
is.
data centers, is what they say.
Girl. And he's trying to dial it all back because he
Dial
came
it,
out.
honey. He's trying to roll it back.
He's like,
dialing it, baby. He's rolling it back, honey. Because he damn sure can't
He's
walk
like,
it
beep,
back.
beep, 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 beep.
Yeah, it's not like he could walk it back.
He can't walk it back at all.
No.
No,
And
girl.
unfortunately for little Gregory, while he's out here trying to roll it back today, a whole lot of those data center contracts, they've already been signed.
Yeah.
No
So
matter
he
what he
can't.
tries to say.
Right. He's going to try, and he's been trying. He's been going back and he's been telling the people, well, no, we're not really doing that. And I know that that's what I said, but that's not really what I meant. They have to follow all of the guidelines, all of the rules. They have to bring in their own water. They have to have their own source of energy because people here in Texas are concerned about the grids, right? Because we've already seen that we absolutely cannot handle some of the stuff that we already have going on here in Texas. And then he's going to try to bring in these data centers that take so many resources. And he's telling them that they need to bring in their own water source when we already know that
Well,
that's
let me
just
see
not
how
feasible.
this might go down.
Right.
Since
Right.
they've got to drive their own water in, I wonder if Greg will cut them some subsidies for the extra costs of bringing water in. I'm pretty sure that's how it'll play.
Oh, yes. Oh,
They'll
yes.
find a way to make sure the people have to pay.
That's every single
Every
freaking
time.
time. Every time. There's always some sort of politician that has their hand in somebody else's pocket, the taxpayer being in their pocket, trying to go ahead and take another fucking dime. And they're going to do everything they possibly can. And this man has proved it. Ever since this man has been in office, Texas has fallen down in every single category when it comes to how it is. Texas could be so amazing, but this man has literally robbed it every single year. With
And
all
the
of his little,
caucasity to come at
oh
me
my
with
God.
they'll follow regulations. What regulations, honey? This administration has been cutting away regulations for companies all year long.
All year long. And they're not going to
So
stop.
telling me they're going to follow
continue.
regulations is not any better.
Well, and we know it's a lie. They're going to say whatever they need to say in order for them to be able to get the vote. Because this is all he's ever done. He sat there and they were asking him in a press conference today. They were like, it looks like Gina Hinojosa is actually running neck and neck with you right now. Like she's doing so well. Aren't you afraid of what Gina Hinojosa is doing? And he's like, well, that's the same type of number that they had when Beto O'Rourke and I were running neck and neck. And it came back and I won by double digits. And I'm like, did you really win? Did you? Because we already know how these people
Let me
play.
see. When that race happened, were data centers on the table? Were people
Right.
losing their health care? Was there
Right.
an unnecessary war going on? Oh, Greg, you've bit off more than you can chew.
Oh, absolutely. And the thing about this is that, how they were talking about breaking ranks?
Yes,
You've seen
there's
that,
a
right?
whole movement. There's a whole movement
man.
happening in Texas right now with Republican voters. They're calling it break ranks, where they are backing away from their party and their candidates that are not offering them shit and voting the other way.
Exactly. It's they're tired. They're sick and tired. They're sick and tired of the same exact talking points where they sit there and they promise, promise, promise. And the second, it's like an abusive boyfriend. It's like, I'll never hit you again. I promise. I know I left you a black eye and broken legs last time. And I'm really, really sorry that you had to be in the hospital for 50 fucking years. But this time I promise. I promise I won't
Honey,
beat you until you're almost dead.
the
Like what?
Republican crew, they did a 180 so damn quick on everything they promised their constituents. Somebody needs to hand out some goddamn neck braces because whiplash is running around this place. I ain't never seen a motherfucker do a 180 so fast in all of my life.
I'm
No new
telling
wars, eight
you.
new wars. Lower taxes, tax breaks for the rich. I mean,
Right.
just pick a promise they made. Pick
N-
any of the
Any
promises they
promise.
made because so
Right.
far, 0 have been kept.
None. Not a single one of them. And if I hear one more fucker say, I regret my vote. I heard somebody say, and I think I may have told you this already, where he was talking about, I regret my vote. But then he's like, but I'm not happy with, and then he went to say all of the things that this man promised them and how he's broken every single promise, but he still doesn't regret his vote. Like, that just goes to show the mentality of the cult culture. It's
It's bad.
insanity.
It's
I'm
bad.
like, just so you know, you're in a cult, baby. Cult.
Yeah. You're
Wake up.
definitely in a
Oh
cult.
my God. Like, and they don't even see it. They don't see how absolutely crazy it sounds when they do
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
Yeah. When you know you're in a cult, even when you like, oh, wait a minute, I don't exactly agree with what my cult's doing, but you refuse to speak out about it and actually take action to leave said cult,
Right.
you were
Yeah.
still very much in the cult.
Right. I mean, you're
If
drinking
you're
the
just all you're doing is
Kool-Aid.
whining about the cult, but you ain't actively voting the other way to get rid of the cult, then that's why you're not getting a seat at the fucking table with the rest of
No.
us. Shit like that.
Right.
Shit
Oh,
like that, honey. Shit
girl,
like that.
did you see, I have to make a comment about this because you and I had a good, a good chuckle over this. Because here's the thing about this, and just so that you know, and somebody specifically told, I was talking to today, they were saying, well, you're making this podcast and you're making it for people that already follow you, people that are already blue. Like, how is this going to change something? And I'm like, you don't understand. I understand that the people that follow us and that know us and want to know more about specific topics are getting more informed based on some of the things, even though we make a lot of jokes and we cut up and stuff. We try to bring additional information in. But there are a lot of people that did not vote and are running independent
Yeah, I'm
and are
not trying to
just,
flip red hats. We
no,
are reaching
honey.
out to the people who
And that's
didn't
the
vote
point.
and didn't
No,
get involved in politics. We're not leaving a
exactly.
seat at the table for pedo and Nazi sympathizers.
Nor will we ever. I'm not trying to be inclusive. I'm not trying to be forgiving of any pedo. Because somebody actually left a comment in one of my things, and you're saying that you're never going to forgive somebody that was a pedophile. No, no,
No.
honey. I have no forgiveness for a pedophile. I have a lot of things for a pedophile, but forgiveness is not one
Yeah.
of them.
Yeah. No,
Never
I got
will be.
accused of not being inclusive.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
okay with
include
that.
Nazis and pedos in my group,
Yeah.
honey. I don't know, not everybody deserves a seat at the table. I mean, where would we be today if Judas had not been given a seat at the fucking table? I'm just
Right.
saying. I got
Right. It's like, I'm not, if you're sitting here and then they were like, well, that's not very Christian of you.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I don't have a time to treat people with Stockholm syndrome. We've got to
Right.
reach out to the 90 million people, 90 million people who were registered to vote in 2024 and did not vote
And
because
did
they were
not
disillusioned
vote.
by both teams because they thought it was going to be lesser or too evil and it was a waste of a vote or for whatever reason because they were apolitical. It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to
Right.
me why they didn't vote. The point is to get them to vote now.
And and understand how important it is for people to vote now, how important it is for you not to sit with this one out, how important it is for you to understand what is actually at the ballot because or who is on the ballot because if you don't understand it now and you don't go out there to vote, you may lose your opportunity to ever vote again. And I need people to understand that.
I mean, I hate to sound dramatic, dear.
Right.
But I mean, the truth is the truth, and you need to be out there voting like your life depends on it, because it quite
Agreed.
literally does.
Mhm.
Whether your life depends on you having access to a medication,
Mhm.
whether your life depends on you having to get out in the street and go to a job and your skin is brown and they, I mean, they're killing people in the street, honey. They're
Right.
killing people in the street.
Right.
Like quite literally, this vote is a matter of life and death.
They killed a white woman and a white man.
Yeah, it's a matter of life and death for your children.
Right. Yeah.
This
It's
is one of the most
important.
important votes we've had in modern history in this country.
Yeah, and we need people. That's what I'm like, you don't get it. I understand we're talking to our audience, and I will never have forgiveness for a pedo. I will never be inclusive, and call me anti whatever you want to call me. I have no forgiveness in my heart for anybody that hurts children ever.
I just don't.
So if
I
that's
just
what you're
don't.
looking
Or
for,
anybody
then
that thinks
you're at
it's
the wrong
okay.
place. Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
if you don't hurt children, you are propping up a regime that has made it okay to hurt children.
Right. And
And just
I'm
because
okay
they're
with
not
that.
your children, you can look the other way. That's not okay with me.
No, it's
Because
not
I'm
okay.
smart enough to know that one day it will be your children.
Yes. Yes.
Period.
So we need to just make that very, very clear. So I just don't want anybody to think that we just don't want to be, kumbayaing. We're far from that right now.
Yeah.
We're not trying to convince a red hat. They're too
No.
far gone. If there is a red hat that hasn't realized and woken up by now, they're not going to. And we know
That's right.
that.
That's right.
And we're
That's
okay
right.
with just moving on and continuing forward
And
because we
for
don't need
those
them.
people that have left MAGA and all of that, and you might think that I should invite them to my table, it's not my job to hold the hand.
Mm-mm.
It's their job. It's their job now that they've left MAGA to get out there and put that leaving of MAGA to action. It is not my responsibility.
And do the work. Right.
To hold their hand and give them a cookie and say, good for you that you finally woke the fuck up. I ain't got time for that, honey. I don't have time for that.
No. Like, we've got our own work. We're out here doing the thing. Like, what do you mean?
I'm glad you woke up. Now go do what the fuck you need to do.
Yeah.
I just, I ain't got time to focus on you. I'm talking to people that are awake but didn't have time to look
and learn about some of the things that are happening. Yeah.
That's right.
And that's what we're trying to do.
Right.
And this is actually going to lead us into the next subject that I wanted to touch on. And I know that there's a lot going on there, but I want to talk about the DSA. I think it's really important that we talk about the DSA because the DSA and oh my God, I sent you that video and I know you saw it and you were like, what the?
Once again, messaging going all fucking astray.
Girl.
Look, I believe in democratic socialism. I believe in it. I believe in being progressive. There's lots of things I believe. I don't like to put myself in a box where, I'm a Democrat, or I'm a Democrat socialist, or I'm a progressive, or I'm a liberal. Honey, I'm not in a motherfucking box, okay? I'm an American. I'm an American, honey. At the end of the fucking day, I'm just an American. But they love to put us in these little boxes, and then you get these associations, whether it's the DNC or the DSA, and you can do whatever you want to. But I think people need to realize something. Politics has changed in America
substantially,
and we don't trust in organizations anymore, and associations,
for good reason,
and committees,
right?
And we just don't, honey.
Right?
We just don't. We're at a place in our political history where we want to hear directly from a candidate,
right?
What they feel, because nobody fits exactly in that box,
right?
That they try to construct for us, and those boxes make you sound like a lunatic, honey.
They do.
They make you sound like a lunatic, as if we're all supposed to conform to this ideal of socialism, to this ideal of libertarianism, to this idea of democratic, to this. Honey, it's just another way that they put us in boxes.
Right. Right.
And I think I pretty much can speak for a whole lot of people when I say we're tired of being put in a fucking box.
Yes, we are. And that is one of the things that when I saw the video, and I know that everybody's seen it, and if you haven't, I will see if we can put a link in the comment section down below so that you can see the video that we're talking about. Because we want you to understand something. when there are talking points, there are radical left and radical right in every single group. And it's just the boxes that Christina was talking about. And when we become so radicalized in one area and you don't see the forest for the trees, then you've lost the fucking plot. You've
You
lost the
start to
fucking
sound
plot.
like the other side. Like, say, for
Exactly.
instance, so one of the things that they were talking about was getting rid of the Senate. This is something that apparently some socialists want to do in the future.
Right.
And I watched Republicans get so upset about this. But let me tell you the radicalized thing they're trying to do to the Senate that they're not talking about out loud. The Republican crew, they don't want to get rid of the Senate, but they want to get rid of your opportunity to vote who represents you in the Senate. They want the Senate to be chosen by the House of Representatives. They want other politicians to choose who sits in the Senate. Both ideals are too extreme for me.
Oh my God.
I'm
Right.
all about democratic socialism and our tax money going back
Right.
to us.
Right.
Right. But I'm also a constitutionalist and I believe in the three branches of government.
Always. That's how they balance out.
You know,
What are you
I
talking
understand
about?
in some nirvana utopian land how they believe that we don't need a Senate. I get that. But we are far away from utopia.
Oh,
Honey.
so far. So far.
We are so fucking far away from utopia to get on TV and talk about ending the Senate. Sounds like a red hat.
Right. That right there is just when we talk about the changes, and the reason that the DSA was even started was they were wanting to make sure that we broke down the establishment Dems and the establishment Republicans, the GOP, all of it needs to go away. In a way, and when I say go away, I mean we need to restructure the way that it works now because it's so broken. But to say that we're going to dissolve the Pentagon and we're going to dissolve the Senate and we're no longer going to have a president and we're going to go ahead and let people come out, do away with the prison system and all of that. That is not.
That's not helping get any votes right now when we need them, when we are being attacked by an authoritarian regime and fascism.
Exactly.
Honey, that's like I said, it's like pipe dreams. Like you're living way off in the future somewhere that we're nowhere near. We need to focus on what we're doing right now today that would make Americans' lives better and end this fascist regime. And saying shit like we're going to dissolve prisons. I'm sorry, I ain't got time to dissolve prisons because I want to come after the fascists and throw them in them.
Right. Well,
you know what I mean?
Right.
And what's the point of having socialism if we don't have baby
law and order? We have
law
to have
and
law
order.
and order.
Like, how are you going to prop up socialism without law and order?
Oh my God.
And I understand this. At the end of the day, this is not what democratic socialists don't mean that they want to get rid of checks and balances and responsibility. This is where
words are important.
Messaging comes into play. And if there's anything that we know is true, whether they're an established Democrat or any of that, is that Dems are not good with messaging, honey.
No, girl.
Oh my God. And it ends up costing us every time. Every time it ends up costing us because we play right into what fucking red hats believe and think about us. You're
and they
up here
run
with
with
talking
it.
points that make you sound like a crazy lunatic who's a communist and shit. Like you should be having talking points that don't play into their narrative.
Right. So we want people to understand that, and the reason I even want to talk, I know it's like
who's doing the messaging? Is it AI? Is that the problem, or are y'all letting a chat bot do the messaging for you? Because that's not working out. Maybe
that's not. Just act Keg's breath. It doesn't work out for you in the end that way. Like, what are you doing? No. So the reason we even bring this up is because that is going to be a talking point that somebody is going to try to convince you of that's what we're trying to do. And that is absolutely not the direction in which we're going.
No.
And you need to be aware of that. And so one of the main reasons that you and I even decided that we were going to do something like this is because people need to be informed. And as much information as we try to bring to the table, It is so important for you to be informed as well. So go out there and look up what it's supposed to mean. And when you see people with bad messaging, don't take it at face value. Go and do the research.
No,
Do the
no,
research.
no.
You and I don't take stuff at face value. We're like, okay, I've talked about that, but let me go and see. And it's how you came across one of the stories for today. You're like, there's something more to that. And if you just take the time to visit a couple of
Yeah.
sites, because Google is free. Okay. I'm just
So is Bing and Yahoo. I mean,
right.
just it's all free, honey. It's right there
It's
at the tip of your
all
fingers.
free.
But I get
It's
how
free.
some people just want to. They're going to work every day and they're just waiting for the commercial to tell them who to vote for, and they're hearing the talking points and all of
Right.
that. So I guess
Right.
that one of the biggest pieces of advice I could give to people out there is just ignore the messaging from the RNC, from the DNC, from no matter which wing or association it happens to be, and listen to what the actual candidate is
Look
telling
at the
you.
candidate. Yes. Yes.
Listen to the
Yes.
candidate, not the organization, honey.
Yes. Yes, sister.
No, just the
Yes.
candidate, and I think
Yes.
that's really where we need to move into. They're gonna try to drag us, the red
Right.
hat crew, the Republicans, they're gonna try to drag us into talking about what the DSA has to say and what their
Right.
message is and what
Right.
the DNC I don't give a fuck, and you shouldn't either.
She's
Y
like, I don't
you
give a
care
fuck.
about what the candidate you care about what the candidate says.
Right.
The candidate, because what you're going to find is if you really listen to the candidates, every Democrat socialist that's running has a little bit different of a platform,
Right. Yes.
because they're crafting their platform to their constituent.
Exactly.
You can't have a blanket platform for
No.
everybody,
No.
because a Democratic Socialist and what they need in New York is not the same thing that a Democratic Socialist needs
Precisely.
in New
In Texas
Mexico, honey.
or
And
whatever.
it's the same thing for Republicans. It's the same thing. If
Exactly.
you're a Republican having this blanket idea that this Republican policy is going to work for you, it's going to be different no matter where you live. If that's going to work for you or not.
Right. No,
So
it's
let's
true.
stop doing blanket politics and do
Exactly.
individual politics.
Yes.
Because why? Because here in America, we're not in one box. We are individuals no matter how much they try to put us in a box.
Exactly. And here's what I would say about that, Christina, and I want people to think about this. If you go and you listen to the ads that are run for any one of the races that are going on right now, what are they saying in those ads? They're saying what you or what they think you want to hear. That doesn't necessarily make them true.
That's
They're
right.
just speaking to
That's
the talking
politics.
points. That's exactly what that
That's
is. So
politics. That's
you
what
need
that
to go and
is.
see exactly. So you need to go and see, what has this person done in the past? What are they doing now? What changes have they made in their career? How have they gone about that in the past? And just look at their overall person. And if you do that, you will be so much more informed, and so you'll feel better when you go to the ballot box and you'll be like, yes, I know this
Yeah.
is the right person for the job.
And for
Stop
example,
looking at those things.
in my state of Alabama, we've got Republicans running everywhere.
Right.
And it doesn't matter what they're running for, from lieutenant governor to AG to, state politics to national politics and all of that. They're all running the same ads, honey,
Mhm.
where they're
Mhm.
talking about communism and transgender
Oh my
people and the
god.
sports and shit. And this is
So
what they're telling
tiring.
their Alabama constituent. Well, I ask Alabama today, how important is it to you personally to come after trans people in sports when in Alabama there are no trans people who play sports? Is that important to you?
Yeah.
It
They're
shouldn't
using the
be, because it's a non-existent issue in
right, but
Alabama.
they're
But
using
they're
the
all
fatbacks
running on the
points.
same blanket points,
Mhm.
whether
Mhm.
it's something good for you or not.
It's so crazy. It's ridiculous.
It's just ridiculous, baby. It's ridiculous, and we're not going to play those games on our side, are we? No, we're not
No.
playing those games.
We're not
We're
doing
not
that.
listening to
We're not
blanket
doing that.
messaging.
No. And it's just the same way. Well, like right now with Paxton, let's say with Paxton, I just go back to Paxton and Tallarico because it affects me personally. But so one of the main things that I see in terms of the difference between these two races is that Tallarico's out there, he's doing the damn thing. He's going out, he's talking to people, he's visiting businesses, he's holding town halls. He is coming in and he is coming in hot with all of the things that people are worried about. And he's making
talking
sure
to
that
every demographic. He's asking them
everything.
what they need,
Mhm.
what will make their life better,
Mhm. Mhm.
instead of, well, this is what I'm going to do, and if that don't really help you, too
Right.
bad. Like
See that?
Republicans do, he's actually looking what everybody needs,
Right.
what those constituents, how their needs differ, and what he
Right.
can do to help them out.
Exactly. Exactly.
Meanwhile,
And
Ken
what is
Paxton's just been on vacation, honey. I don't even know what the fuck he's doing.
he's playing hide the salami, in case you didn't know.
Yeah, yeah. He damn sure ain't worried about his constituent, and he
He isn't.
wants to
How many
be
town
their
halls has this
senator.
man held? How many? How many?
0.
Exactly. And how many times has he Tallarico challenged him to a debate, and how many times
I
has
don't know.
he
I lost
accepted?
count, honey. I've
Girl,
lost count, but he's accepted 0 of the times. I know that.
nothing. He's just like, I am not, because he knows that he will be his ass is grass, and his ass
Yeah.
will be handed to him on a silver platter. He knows
Look,
that.
Ken Paxton's having a hard time right now
In
because
general,
he's not getting money.
no,
He's not getting money.
no.
Right now, every Republican PAC, all of them, even the Fatbacks PAC, have planned to spend $0 on Ken Paxton's Senate bid.
Imagine.
$0. That's how
You're
much
not backed by
that
your own party.
his own party is not backing him right
Right.
now, at least
Right.
not financially. And they're telling everybody, oh, don't worry about it. We're going to come in at the last minute and we're going to throw money there and he's going to run all these ads.
It's
Well,
too
I don't know
late.
about you, Texas, but do you want a guy who's on the job every day or somebody who shows up in the last 10 minutes of the workspace and tries to
Right.
rush through some shit?
Right. Right.
He ain't had time all summer.
All
None.
summer.
No time all
He's
summer.
been
He's been
vacationing.
vacationing and buying new properties in other states. And now he's just going to squeeze on in at the last minute, throw a commercial in your face and say Tallarico's gay and is a vegan.
Right.
And
Right.
he's hoping that's going to be enough for you.
Well, he's banking on the fact that Texas has been so racist and so biased and so many other things that I could say, but I'm not going to. But so many things. He's counting on that, and he's hoping that that is the same talk, because they've been able to do that based on race and hate. Racism and hate is how they've won so many times in the past. And they're hoping that
Yeah.
that same talking point is going to come to fruition again. But we're tired of that. Texas is actually blue. The reason that it has been red for so long is because there have been so many seats. Well, that too, the gerrymandering. But there's
corruption.
right. But did you know that there were so many seats that were not even challenged in Texas?
Yeah.
There was not a Democratic challenger in so many places. This is the first time in forever that Texas does not have an empty Democratic seat. There is a
Same
person running.
thing's happening in Alabama. Red state remains red all the time because there's never any challenger on the ballot from the blue team.
Right.
This year looks a little bit different in my state.
Because we're sick of it.
A lot of progressives and socialists and Democrats have stepped up to the plate and are challenging these long hold seats from the Republican crew.
Yes, they have. Beto O'Rourke made it a point to travel the state of Texas and sign people up. You haven't served, we're going to help you figure out how it is that you can serve. You don't know how to do your messaging, we're going to help you figure out how to do your messaging. You don't know how to run a campaign, we're going to help you run a campaign, because we are sick of this shit. It is over. Like,
Look,
people
if you
are done.
really love America and you really love being an American, then you know there's no such thing as a red state and a blue state. Not everybody who lives in a red state is red. Not everybody who lives in a blue state is blue. There is no such a fucking thing. I don't care which way the votes go. We all live together and we all are individuals and we all have different points of view and we all feel like we need different things from our public servants. And one of the things that the Republican crew since Donald Trump has been really good at is trying to convince you that it's red or blue.
Right.
That it's red or blue.
Right.
And it's not.
Right.
It's not.
Right. It's
You
the
know that there's no such thing. I'm so tired of it.
no.
We're the United States of America, and all they've tried to do is divide us into red and blue.
And they are absolutely, and while they're robbing us blind because we're so busy fighting each other in the streets.
Yeah,
And that's what they
but
want.
I think the fatback choosing Paxton over Cornyn was a big
Oh,
mistake.
huge
It was a big,
mistake.
and I'm not a Cornyn fan, but I
No.
know that behind the scenes, Cornyn had already garnered all the support from the mega donors,
Mm-hmm.
all of the support from all the different Republican caucuses, honey.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was their pick.
He was set. He
He
was
was
set.
set. He was their pick, and then the fatback decided to prop up Ken Paxton, who has had a long history of salacious scandals.
Salacious scandals. And birds of a feather.
You know, salacious scandals and fraud and corruption.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He went completely against the party. I heard from a little birdie on the street that this little thing that Daddy Duppy Pants did with propping up, trying to endorse Paxton over Cornyn, really pissed off some mega donors.
All because he wanted to give him a little bit of a thank you because he knew that he would stand with him with whatever he
Yeah.
decided to do.
Yeah.
He knew that.
Because Paxton's another one of those players. If he don't get elected, he's going to jail.
Yes.
You notice that a whole lot of people who is still supporting the convicted felon adjudicated rapist all seem to look like if they don't, they might go to jail. Kind of like what
Yeah.
Alonia Muskrat said on that stage on the campaign trail.
Right.
When he was asked by little Tucker Carlson,
Right.
why are you doing this? Because if I don't, I'm going to end up in jail.
Right. It's the same thing that Mike Johnson says whenever he gets up on that podium. If
Yeah.
you don't watch it, if I'm going to make sure we need to win because if we don't do that, they're going to try to put us all in jail. Yeah, we are. We
I
are.
don't think they know who they're talking to, do they?
Right. No.
Oh no, not a rich, privileged white man going to jail. Bless
Right.
my soul.
It's like, oh, I'm so sad about that. You don't want to go to jail, Mikey.
Oh
Oh,
no. Oh no. Oh no, we can't let these rich, white, privileged men sit in jail for their fucking crimes and shit. How
No.
dare we?
I know. Like, what are we thinking? Plus, I think Mikey would like it in there. I mean, I'm sure. I'm sure
Yeah.
someone would take a shine to
And
him.
let's face it, if you're not doing anything wrong,
Why are you worried about it?
then, you know, why are you worried about going to jail?
Right.
Right?
Hello.
If you didn't do anything wrong. Wait,
Right.
are you going to tell me next that the justice system could be corrupt and innocent people could be sitting in jail?
No.
Oh, does that happen?
No, girl, that
Usually
doesn't
only to black
happen.
and brown people, right?
Right. Right.
Oh, so you don't want to be a victim of the same system you're okay with making the Americans victims of.
Right.
See, no matter which way you spin it, creepy peepee. The shit, you were in it.
Right. Girl, one of my favorite names is Creepy Peepee. That is just such a most diabolical nickname ever. Creepy Peepee.
Honey, he looks like Slappy from Goosebumps. The very first time I ever seen that man, I thought of that damn ventriloquist dummy from Goosebumps. I was just like, ooh, shit, honey. And it made total sense because the orange man definitely has his tiny little tyrant hand right up Creepy
Right up
Peepee's
his
rear
rear
end,
end.
honey. I mean, right up there just puppeting that motherfucker what to say. Honey. And
I
that's
think
where
he even controls his hands.
if I have to hear Slappy one more time tell me that the barbarians are inside the gate.
Oh my God. If I have to hear him
It's
say
fun
one
watching
more
him
time.
crash out and
Oh
everything.
my, he crashes out daily. One of the things I don't
you're
know.
right.
I don't
The
know about that.
barbarians are in the gate. Right now, all of you are the barbarians trying
Every
to
single
undo
one of
our
you.
democracy.
Right.
You're absolutely right,
The monsters
Creepy
have
Peepee.
right. They have crossed the perimeter every single time. But
They're
what
not
about
in the
him?
closet or the bed. Well, some of them are still in the closet, but most of them have come out from underneath the bed.
just can't with him. And every single
But
time
then when
they
you
try to
turn the
ask him a
lights on, they
question,
tend to scurry away real quick like the
just like
cockroaches they
roaches.
be.
Oh my God, they're
Just like the
so
cockroaches they
disgusting.
be.
Cucaracha, la cucaracha.
Cha.
Ya no
La
puede
la 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 la
caminar
la la. Smack.
porque le falta, porque no tiene marihuana que fumar.
It's Friday. We ain't got much left in us, but we're trying our best. Anyway.
We're tired. I got to tell you, it's been about a full week of us just, trying to get subjects out to you guys and trying to give you guys as much information as we possibly can. And it is a lot of information to try to like put in here and have come out here and have it make sense. So it's a lot, just so you know. We're doing our
It's a
damn
lot.
best. And yesterday I went live with our Not Your Merch, a regular live on TikTok. And I asked them questions, and Jennifer came in and she said, trying to get Christina and Veronica to like stay on task is like herding cats.
We have a format we're supposed to stick to. So far, we haven't gotten through one episode on format whatsoever. Because my mind just goes places, and next thing I know, it's coming out of my mouth, and we've gotten completely off a topic, honey. But one thing you can definitely say that is true about us is it's authentic, honey. It is not scripted.
At all. I have all these notes in front of me, trying to like, okay, well, let's talk about that. And I'll have like 30 things we want to talk about. I'm like, we crossed off 2.
What are we going to talk about today? I don't know. Pull out the list from yesterday because I know we did not make it through that list correctly.
We didn't. We're just a hot mess, you all. We're doing our best.
Look, it's going to get better each episode. I promise you. We are new with this. I've seen some people complaining about it. One fella said, I don't think I like this. This isn't anything like your regular content. That's okay. Just go watch the regular content.
Right.
This ain't your thing on it. But just like with my regular content, I didn't open up my phone a year ago and just instantly have it together. Maybe if you go back and look at some of my first content.
Oh my God. Yeah. Bad.
Honey, it is a mess. It took me a minute to get into my flow.
Right. Yeah.
It took me a hot minute to be able to communicate the way that needed to be communicated to everybody.
Right.
So it's going to be the same here. And if you're expecting to turn into my podcast and see me telling one little joke after another, well, go watch the content because we're having more conversations here that won't fit into a little 10-minute video.
Right. Right. Some of these conversations are going to be hard, and there's going to be some that are going to make you want to just like, oh my God, do I need to pack my shit and leave? Because sometimes some of us, you and I felt like this before. Like we've had like, where are you going?
Girl, I need to get my passport. Honey, have you seen what's in the news today? I am looking over at the Dutch like, hey, I got some clogs and I'm on my way.
Right, girl.
I got a lot of Irish in me. I think that when it goes, I can go ahead and be a citizen there.
I know. Well, I've found out I can definitely be a Mexican citizen and a Spanish citizen, both. So I'm just like, well, which one do I want to go to first? Where do I start? Like I know, and I say that partially in jest, but truly, we are here.
Not going anywhere.
Because, we're doing this
till it's
right.
Over.
We're not going anywhere. So if people come into my comments, you should go back to your country. No, bitch. I'm here to stay.
Is here.
Right. Like, go back home. So you want me to go back like 2 blocks down because I'm over here at the Starbucks right now? Okay.
No,
I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to fight for what is mine. So whatever, you're stuck with me. So
you're stuck with me.
Right. Get over it.
Get over it. This is my country, not your country. Okay.
Straight up facts. Just saying. Just saying.
Just saying, baby.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Just know that it's Friday and we're a hot mess, and we will be having episodes dropping pretty much every single day with the exception of maybe one day a week. So you'll have episodes going out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all the way through Saturday. Sundays, we do take the day off. We want to make sure that we're present and available, and we're working towards making sure that everybody has all the information they could possibly have for the midterms, because the midterms are 93 days away,
Yes.
I think.
Yes.
93 days away.
93 days away.
We're going to continue to make the content, trying to give everything that we've got. We have several subjects that are coming up next week that we'll be talking about. So just stay tuned for those, and just be patient with us, because we're just going to continue to do what we do and do it the best way we know how. So.
And it's going to be a hot mess, honey. The whole ride, honey. It's just going to be a hot mess.
And we're not slowing down. We're full steam ahead, just so you know.
Right off the cliff like Thelma and Louise, baby.
We're like,
we're going to drive this motherfucker till the wheels fall off.
Right. So we're so glad that you're here. We really do appreciate you. And we'll be back again to just make sure that we are speaking up for everybody as much as we possibly can.
That's right.
Yeah. So it was a good one, Christina. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Yeah. We missed some things on our list.
We did. But time's up. Time's a clicking.
But that's okay. We'll be back tomorrow. Right. And we'll get through one or two things on that list.
We're doing our best. We're doing our best. But
love you guys, and I can't wait to see you next time. And don't forget, stop by and see our sponsors at Not Your Merch. For 10% off, Podcast 10, you can pick up some fabulous shirts.
Right.
Drinkware too. Don't forget about my coasters, boo.
Oh, girl. Do you have just before we go, do you have your coloring book? Because I need people to see.
I do have my coloring book. It's in my bedroom, because sometimes I sit in there and I color it. You want me to go get it?
Go get it, girl. I need people to see.
Okay. I showed her some pictures I colored, and she was like, what? People forget sometimes that originally, before I started doing this, I was an artist.
Girl, go get that.
Let me look how professional I am, honey. I got my own earpiece. I'm all tangled up in it. I'm gonna choke into it. Oh, Lord, I'm back. I'm a professional idiot, honey, but I'm here.
I just thought that it would be a good one, because you know how yesterday we talked about that photo, that shit photo. Oh my God, I hadn't seen that page.
This is the cover page.
Oh my God, that looks so good.
Yeah, that's the cover page. I haven't finished that one yet. Started it. I was starting that one when I started reading and doing some other things.
Look at that one. That looks so good. That looks really good. Look, I did a thumbs up.
Got that one too.
That looks really good. That looks really good. So it's 37 pages. Just so you all know, we released the coloring book when Christina was here visiting for our 1-year anniversary. Oh, wow. That looks
for the
great.
Epsteinth time, honey.
Right. Released the fucking files already. So that coloring book is for you to go ahead and release some steam and also have a good laugh. And it's been so good. I have had so many people come back and say, this is one of the best outlets for me. I love that one so much. Fuck you. Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's so good. I love it so much.
I think I've done another one too, haven't I? I don't know. I've been so busy doing so much stuff.
I don't know how you fit in all of those. I don't color very well. Like that one's good. Oh, wow. Look at him with his diaper and everything, and with his sheep in the cage.
I even made it a little bit pissy. It's a little pissy.
Oh man, that's so good. You're so good at that. I love that.
Oh yeah, and of course this, the thing that landed Comey with a charge. Because numbers are very scary to the Red Hat crew, baby.
Very scary, girl. The
numbers
worst.
terrify these people. Unless, of course, they're making them up.
Right.
That one's pretty good,
man. That is the one that is my favorite. My absolute favorite.
So that's what I do to unwind while I'm not digging up the tea for all of you.
Right. Yeah.
That's how I release some of my rage.
Yes, it is.
I
And
try
we're
my
gonna
best to color it away, so I don't stab nobody.
So don't stab anybody, but go ahead and get yourself a little coloring book. Color some pages. Don't be doing that. We're gonna make it. We are getting ready to release it in electronic form. So if you wanted to use it maybe on yes. So I haven't had a chance to format it in order for us to make it available on the website digitally, but it will be available hopefully in the next week or so. But if you want to pick it up because you want to have it as a coloring book that you can have in your hand, you can definitely pick it up right now the way that it is. And we've actually upgraded the spine to where it's a spiral. So the spine's been upgraded, so it's even nicer than the one that we have now.
Yeah. The ones we have now have a little thing in them, so sometimes it can be hard to turn the page.
Yes, yeah.
We fixed that, so it turns easily.
much better.
The last thing we need is you getting frustrated while you're trying to release your rage and then slinging the color book all over the place.
But anyway, all right, baby. Well, I guess we'll see you again tomorrow.
Yep, we'll be here tomorrow with more tea and more stupidity and more of all the things. And I'll have Mitch's hand with me in case I get an itch or we want to slap a bitch and all of that, honey. If we get real frustrated, we can beat the fuck out of that fat bag. Where's he at? He's somewhere around here. I think I threw him across the room.
Did you really?
I think I did. I think I got angry and flung his ass while I was reading a story.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I must have, honey. Oh, wait, here he is.
Oh my
We
God.
might do a little this one. Shut up, pedo. Put your ass over there. Put you in timeout, honey. Lord.
Oh my God.
Never you, hush. Anyway,
it's
you guys,
Friday.
we have messed around enough, honey. We have we love you, and we will be back for the next episode. We've said that like 5 times, haven't we? We still ain't went nowhere. We are still running our mouth, baby. This is what it's like on the phone with us too. We must say bye to each other a million fucking times on the telephone before we get off the phone.
Okay, bye. Okay, bye. Okay, bye.
But wait, one more thing. For real, this is it. We love you.
Right. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.